Get ready to have your mind blown wide open because we're about to dive into 50 random facts you won't believe. Buckle up, hit that like button, and let's get this fact party started. It's raining diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter. You heard that right, folks. Diamonds. Apparently, the atmospheric pressure on these gas giants is so intense that it squeezes carbon into tiny, sparkly diamonds. Can you imagine a diamond rainstorm? Talk about blinging out. A group of owls is called a parliament. A parliament of owls. How awesome is that? I mean, can you picture it? A bunch of owls in tiny little suits and monocles debating the finer points of mouse legislation. Order. Order in the nest. A snail can sleep for 3 years. 3 years. I struggle to sleep through the night. This little guy knows how to chill. That's like the ultimate power nap. There's a planet made entirely of diamonds. This thing is twice the size of Earth and worth $1 gazillion. Probably. They call it 55 Cancri-E. Catchy, right? Cows kill more people than sharks every year. Wait, what? Cows, those gentle giants? Apparently those hooves pack a serious punch. So next time you're strolling through a field of cows, remember, they might be judging you. Polar bears have black skin. Apparently the black skin helps them absorb heat from the sun. Smart. A goldfish's memory span is longer than 3 seconds. Turns out they can remember things for months. So all those jokes about goldfish forgetting everything? Totally busted. It snows metal on Venus. Apparently it gets so hot on Venus that metal evaporates into the atmosphere and then falls back down as metallic frost. A group of larks is called an exaltation. An exaltation of larks. That sounds like a party I want to be at. There's a species of jellyfish that can live forever. This jellyfish, the Turritopsis dohrnii, has figured out the secret to immortality. It can revert back to its polyp stage if it gets injured or stressed. Talk about a superpower. Bananas are berries, but strawberries aren't. Apparently bananas have a soft skin and seeds inside, which makes them berries. Strawberries, on the other hand, have their seeds on the outside. Who knew fruit could be so complicated? A group of ferrets is called a business. A business of ferrets. I can totally see it. They're always up to something, those little guys. Probably running around, stealing things, and holding important meetings in their underground lairs. There's a species of spider that's vegetarian. This little guy, the Bagheera kiplingi, gets its nutrients from acacia trees. More power to you, little buddy. You can't hum a song while holding your nose closed. Go ahead, try it. I'll wait. See? It's impossible. Apparently, humming requires air to flow through your nasal cavity. A group of rhinoceroses is called a crash. A crash of rhinoceroses. That's pretty accurate considering they weigh like 2 tons each. There's a planet that's shaped like a potato. This lumpy, bumpy world is called WASP 103b. It's about twice the size of Jupiter. A group of porcupines is called a prickle. A prickle of porcupines. That's a lot of quills. I wouldn't want to get caught in the middle of that. They're like walking, talking pin cushions. There's a species of fish that can walk on land. The mudskipper can survive out of water for days, using its fins to crawl around and even climb trees. A group of jellyfish is called a smack. A smack of jellyfish. That's a little aggressive, don't you think? I mean, they're just floating around, minding their own business. But I guess, if you get stung by a whole bunch of them, it would feel like a smack. There's a star that's colder than the human body. This brown dwarf, WISE 08550714, is only about 48 degrees Fahrenheit. That's colder than a cup of coffee. Did you know that honey never spoils? Archaeologists have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs that are over 3,000 years old and still perfectly edible. Imagine tasting something that ancient. There's a planet that rains glass sideways. HD 189733b is a gas giant with an atmosphere full of silicate particles. The wind speeds can reach up to 5,400 miles per hour. I'm glad I brought my umbrella. A group of crows is called a murder. A murder of crows. That's just creepy. I mean, they're already black and ominous. Now they have a group name to match. I'm never looking at a crow the same way again. There's a moon with an ocean that's bigger than all the oceans on Earth combined. Europa, one of Jupiter's moons, has a subsurface ocean that's thought to be twice the volume of Earth's oceans. Scientists believe it could be home to extraterrestrial life. A group of kittens is called a kindle of kittens. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. I just want to cuddle them all. I'm in love. There's a planet that's hotter than some stars. A super hot planet. Kelt 9b is a gas giant with a surface temperature of over 7,800 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hotter than some red dwarf stars. A group of frogs is called an army of frogs. They're probably planning their next attack as we speak. Watch out, world. Those little amphibians mean business. There's a star that's 100 times bigger than our sun. UY Scooty is a red supergiant that's so big, if you replaced our sun with it, its outer layers would extend past the orbit of Jupiter. A group of unicorns is called a blessing. A blessing of unicorns. That's so magical. I bet they bring good luck and rainbows wherever they go. There's a black hole that's 21 billion times more massive than our sun. Ton 618 is a quasar with a supermassive black hole at its center. It's so big, it's hard to even comprehend its size. I bet it could swallow our entire solar system in one gulp. A group of elephants is called a memory. Elephants are known for their incredible memories. They can remember faces, places, and events for years. I bet they have amazing stories to tell. There's a planet that's made of ice and fire. Gliese 4414b is a tidally locked planet, meaning one side always faces its star, while the other side is always in darkness. The star-facing side is a scorching hot desert, while the dark side is a frozen wasteland. A group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope. A kaleidoscope of butterflies. That's so beautiful. I can just imagine all the colors and patterns fluttering through the air. It would be like a living, breathing work of art. There's a star that's older than the universe. HD 140283, also known as the Methuselah star, is estimated to be 14.46 billion years old. A group of giraffes is called a tower. A tower of giraffes. That's appropriate. They're so tall they look like living skyscrapers. There's a planet that's being eaten by its star. WASP 12b is a gas giant that's so close to its star, it's being distorted by the star's gravity and having its atmosphere stripped away. A group of flamingos is called a flamboyance. A flamboyance of flamingos? That's the most fabulous thing I've ever heard. They're already so pink and graceful. There's a moon with a volcano that erupts ice. Enceladus, one of Saturn's moons, has geysers that erupt water vapor and ice particles into space. These eruptions form a plume that feeds Saturn's E-ring. A group of hedgehogs is called an array. An array of hedgehogs, that's so organized. I bet they line up in perfect rows and columns. There's a star that's about to explode. Betelgeuse is a red supergiant that's nearing the end of its life. When it explodes as a supernova, it will be visible from Earth even during the daytime. It's a once-in-a-lifetime event that astronomers are eagerly anticipating. A group of kangaroos is called a mob. A mob of kangaroos? That's a little intimidating. They're already known for their powerful kicks. There's a planet that's completely dark. Tres 2b is a gas giant that reflects less than 1% of the light that hits it. This makes it blacker than coal. It's like a cosmic black hole, but without the intense gravity. A group of raccoons is called a gaze of raccoons. That's so mysterious. They're always lurking in the shadows, their eyes gleaming in the dark. There's a moon with a subsurface ocean that's thought to be more habitable than Earth. Titan, Saturn's largest moon, has a dense atmosphere, lakes of liquid methane, and a subsurface ocean of water. A pit of snakes, that's my worst nightmare. I'm not a fan of snakes, to say the least. I bet they're all hissing and slithering around in there. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts? 2 pump blood to the gills, while the third pumps it to the rest of the body. This unique circulatory system helps them thrive in their underwater habitats. A group of squirrels is called a scurry. A scurry of squirrels, that's so accurate. They're always running around up and down trees collecting nuts. I wonder what they're always in such a hurry for. Did you know that a day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus? It takes Venus about 243 Earth days to rotate once, but only about 225 Earth days to orbit the Sun. Imagine a planet where a single day lasts longer than its entire year. A group of cats is called a clouder of cats. That sounds like a recipe for chaos. I can just imagine all the meowing, scratching, and napping going on in there. I bet they're all judging us. There's a planet that's made entirely of water, a water world. GJ 1214b is a super-Earth that's thought to be covered entirely in water, from its surface to its core. It's like a giant ocean planet with no land in sight. And there you have it, folks. 50 random facts you won't believe. I told you your minds would be blown. From diamond rain to potato planets, the universe is a pretty wild and wacky place. So keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those brains of yours working overtime. And hey, if you ever stumble across any other mind-blowing facts, be sure to share them with me in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious, my friends.